First Alert Forecast, only on Fox 47 News at 10.
Andy, I said it before, there was a pep in people's step heading outside today because that sunshine, something we're not used to in mid-Michigan. It was
You know what I
certainly out.
liked the most?
What?
I didn't have to put my jacket on.
I know, right?
You just throw it in the car. I needed it later, but not hauling that jacket around was a great news.
Absolutely.
And the weekend temperatures are not really going to be too bad. They'll be in the 40s tomorrow, and then try to get close to 50. It'll be windy, a lot cloudier, but you still can get out and maybe get through all the junk in the car. Get out there and do the windows.
Put the winter car kit, put it away.
Yeah, do all those good things because you'll have time to do that. No rain tomorrow, but as we go into the weekend, we'll talk more about those showers. It's worth looking at the high temperatures again across mid-Michigan. They were rather nice. It's been a little while since we touched the 40s, about a week or so, almost 10 days. Those temperatures are about a degree or two above normal. Normal high now is 41 degrees, so we should be getting this kind of air a lot more often, and we did not. And unfortunately, next week it's back into the 30s again for your high temperatures. But you see the numbers out there. Everybody enjoying a pretty good day, even 44 in Howell. And numbers again tomorrow should be there. Not as much sunshine, but the reason we'll be there is the winds are going to increase out of the south and on Sunday out of the southwest. The current numbers out there tonight have dipped below freezing in many locations, and they are going to go down into the mid-20s. High cloudiness will come in towards morning, so we won't fall any lower than that. Should be a quick recovery through the daytime as well, getting those temperatures right back up again in that 40-45 degree range. And you look at the satellite loop over the last few hours, a few high clouds drifting in at sunset. You might have seen those. Again, more towards morning. The rain showers are way out in the central plain states. They stretch all the way down to Southern California. Our next storm system just came on shore this morning in Southern California. It's now in Arizona. It's heading all the way up towards our neck of the woods. And that brings up all that warm and moist air from the south. So it'll feel like spring. It just won't look as sunny as today. You see how high pressure is still over the region, and that should hold off most of the thick clouds for a good portion of the day tomorrow. You'll get into the morning hours. There'll be a lot of high cloudiness moving in through the afternoon time. That'll begin to thicken up again. So we'll call it mostly sunny, becoming partly cloudy in the morning, and then in the afternoon it becomes mostly cloudy to totally cloudy by evening. But notice where the rain is on our Saturday. It is way out to the west. Some good soaking rains and maybe even some flooding rains in the central plain state. The front you see out there is going to take a while to get here. This will not reach us until Sunday night, so we'll be on the warm side of it and eventually the wet side of it. We go into the morning hours of Sunday. The first batch of rain that comes in is more of a scattered morning rain, and then I think we kind of thin out again in the afternoon. Not as much in the way of rain showers, but there's a second low coming up this front, and you can just kind of see the southern edge of that next batch of rain coming in here, and that will move into Michigan through the evening hours of Sunday, and it could even change over to a little bit of wet snow. Once this front goes by after midnight, it'll be just enough cold air come 6-7 a.m. on Monday morning, and maybe have a little wet snow on the tail end of this. And unfortunately, on the other side of this front, its readings more in the 30s, mid to upper 30s almost every day next week. We may touch 40 one time, but it's back to below normal a little bit. You see that big push of warm air that's out ahead of that storm system. There it is, and it's going to take most of the weekend to come our direction, but it will get here on Sunday, and then once it goes by, it does tug down some cooler weather for most of next week. What's eventually going to happen next week into the middle part of this month is all the warm air is going to build back out here to the west, and that means the eastern half of the nation is going to go back to being below normal. So we won't be alone. It's not just the Great Lakes that gets into the chill. For the middle part of the month, it's most of the eastern half of the nation. We'll try to get it back to normal again once we officially get into spring. But mostly clear skies here tonight, down to around 22, 23 degrees. Winds are calm. They'll start to pick up towards morning out of the south-southeast. We'll start fairly sunny. A lot of high clouds, kind of that hazy sun. Then the clouds will be increasing. So will the winds. They'll start to pick up too in the afternoon. That should get us in the low to mid 40s, staying very mild overnight in the 30s, and then eventually we'll warm up into the 40s on Sunday, anywhere from 47, and I think even a few 50s may pop up with scattered showers early, then again late. We mix in some snowflakes on Monday, cool down again. You see it gets a little cooler there. Maybe in late next week we'll see a couple of 40s back into the picture, but it's getting a little unsettled. Not the best weather after you get teased with a day of sunshine like today. You wish that would keep continuing, but it does point out that there's a lot more of those days ahead.
That's good news.
It could be worse. It could be October 15th.
That's true. I mean, this is perfect, like the perfect sweater weather.
Yeah.
This is perfect for that right
And that
now.
will be this weekend.
All right. Thanks a lot, Andy. Hey, we've got more local and state news on the other side of the break. Stick around.
You're watching Fox 47 News at 10.